Alright guys, what's up? Diehard Rex here, and it's been a long time, so let's start off with this budget build. So, today we're looking at a budget build. I know many of you guys, this is the future, and like everybody's like, no, we want a gaming PC right now, the conversion to PC is very high. Yes, all glory goes to the PC Master Race, and moving on. Well, what's been recently happening is people have said the downside compared to PCs is that you cannot get a cheap one. I mean, you can get a pre-built, but that will be like low spec, and it won't be reliable, And basically, I'm here with a $400 budget. It's actually $408 to be exact, but I rounded off to 400. So this is like really budget. It's very budget oriented. It's good for people who want to start off, gaming and all. It has 7th gen processor, so you're covered there. You're really covered. And anyway, moving on. So like, basically, I made it somewhat similar spec to a console, but it's cheap. It's cheaper. And right, so let's just get into it. Right. So first of all, the processor. The processor could have been the new Pentium, which supports hyperthreading. I know that's really cool that it supports hyperthreading now, but at the same time, like, nah, you guys want something that can last for a long time, and it's future-proof, sort of, like, until new processors come along and maybe have to change. So I picked the i3-7100. It's a really small, but it's like a badass type processor on a budget. It's going for $115.09. It supports hyperthreading, which is basically what all the latest, all of them, in fact, every single one except for the old ones, where basically they require two or more processors running simultaneously, so the game will look fluid. So it runs at 3.9 gigahertz. It's a dual core processor, and it's amazing that it has hyperthreading. I mean, now they let Pentium have hyperthreading. I mean, budget builds will never be the same. They'll be way better. Before we were like i5 or maybe i3 sometimes, but now it's great. Now the motherboard I chose is the Gigabyte H110MH. It's a MacPro ATX motherboard. It has 2 DIMM slots and it can support up to 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and the maximum is 2133 megahertz. Now the amazing part is it's small, and you're on a budget, so you're only having like one one graphics card, and it's pretty good, and the price is $57.78, which is amazing. Next up, for memory, we have the Crucial, not the Ballistic series, because it has no heatsink. This is like the budget oriented version. 8 gig DDR4 RAM kit. It's a 8 gig stick, and it runs at 2133 megahertz. It's the latest, so that's the best part. DDR4, not DDR3. Or else I would have went for AMD builds, but guys, I'm trying to make this as future proof as possible, and I was amazed to find it at this price. So it's going for $54.88. It's not the cheapest, but there are other brands which are not trusted, and I can guarantee Crucial is trusted. Almost every budget build has it, so you can probably check them out. They run pretty well. I mean, they smash the latest titles, bro. So next up, for storage, we're not gonna have an SSD because that will bump up the whole thing. So maybe at your own time, when the time's right, you probably have enough money scattered together again, got together, and you can probably buy a SSD with it for like booting your OS or keeping programs and games in it, so you can play much more faster, reading time. So Western Digital Blue 1TB hard disk drive. It's a 7200 RPM drive, which is really fast for its price. It's a large storage, so you can store as many games as you want. It's popular, a lot of budget builds have this, and it's a bang for your buck. This is going for $49.99, or rather $50. So it's going on specials. I mean, this is from Amazon. You can look out for specials. I'll leave a link down to like all the products, and hopefully you guys will get it. So yeah, let's just move on. So next up we have the Gigabyte GeForce GT 1030. Now this is the most valuable part of the PC build. How will you play the games without a graphics card? And I chose the GT 1030, which is very budget priced, and it's like a PS4's graphics, but it runs better. I mean, looking at these stats, I mean, look at this, man. The GT 1030 goes for $69.99, which is $70, but it was cheaper before on special, before making this video. And its average FPS on GTA 5 high settings 1080p is 70 frames, which is like really insane. I'm looking at these and telling you, You can play CSGO at low at 160, and the lowest can be 98. I mean, this is insane, man. In Witcher 3, when you play at low settings at 900p, I mean, you'd expect it to crash. Nope, it's handling 40 FPS, which is good, but just not that good. But it's good for a budget start, and it's insane because it's a 2 gig low profile, meaning it's not like heatsink, like cased and all fancy stuff. As you can see on the image, it's just a heatsink on top of it, like a big one, just like the one I have is a GT210, sorry, which is very old. It's GDDR5, which is another future-proof thing. We won't be expecting DDR6 or GDDR6 graphics cards, I don't know, for another 2 years or 3-4 years. I don't know, it's just gonna be there. Some latest games are playable at 1080p. The clock speeds are 1468 megahertz. That is when it's at the base, factory boosted, speed. And then when you overclock it, yes, you can overclock this small budget, graphic card. As far as I'm concerned, I've never seen AMD recommend, overclocking it. But Gigabyte, since they're like a badass company, I mean, holy crap, they allow you to overclock it to 1506, which is kind of touching the 1050 area, 1050 boost, clock speed. So it's pretty much great. Now another thing which is important is the PSU. Now we need this to run all the parts, and you all know it's a vital component in getting a system built, or you're just gonna sit with like just hardware just cluttered together but not running. And for that I picked up the EVJ 401. It's a white rated power supply for micro ATX. It's branded, which means it's going to be trusted. And it's really trusted in my opinion because everyone chooses it. It's like a bang for your buck again, just like the Western Digital. It's cheap. It's $28.35, which means you can it's just beautiful. And the reason why I chose 400 watt, not 350 or 300, because like the 1030 is just going to take less power, is because say for example you want to upgrade to like an RX 480 with 4 gig or a 1050 Ti. This will cover you for that much. And yeah, so moving on to the case, which is a micro ATX case. It doesn't have any, it's not windowed, so unfortunately you won't be able to show off how cool the PC is inside for its price. It's a Xeon, which is a random brand I found, which is really good. It's got 5-star ratings so far on Amazon. I'm linking all these parts once again. I'm gonna say that. Now it's a swivel, it's a perfect swivel, like on 380T, or like you just press it and it just swivels. Not like how other PCs are, you remove thumb screws and you have to pull it out. It's just beautiful. And it has one blue fan for free, which is kind of amazing. I mean, guys, come on, you guys are going to be spending so much for this on this build. Obviously you need to have some lighting, something RGB or something great. So that's why I chose this. It has a blue fan, amazing. 120mm or 140, I'm not sure, I'll check it again, but I'll link it down, you can check it for yourself. It's great reviews, people are trusting their life on this, so yeah. And the space in it is big, it's really big, guys. You can upgrade to a 1050 Ti, which is probably bigger than the 1030 obviously, or like an RX 550 or something. That thing would just fit in perfectly. It will just slide in. It's satisfaction complete. Now the case goes for $32.47. This is like a bang for your buck again. So many bang for your bucks, man. Got it everywhere. The storage, the power supply, and the case. That's like 3 in a row, guys. We're doing great so far. So I guess that's it. It's the greatest build ever, but you guys have to provide OS for yourself and the monitor and stuff. I will be making a setup video soon where a full setup, with the monitor, keyboard, mouse, everything including Windows 10, but the cheapest key. So in total that's $408.55, but hey, it's $400 technically. So I hope you guys enjoy that video. This is Die Hard Rex signing out. I will see you guys next time. Peace.